Sister wives, Christine and Meri Brown's explosive fights over their kids gets uglier, kids speak out. Sister Wives has never been short of drama, but things between Christine Brown and Meri Brown have reached a new level of intensity. Their explosive fights, particularly surrounding their kids, are taking center stage, and now the children themselves are beginning to speak out about the tension. What was once an unspoken rivalry between two of Kody Brown's wives has transformed into open conflict, leaving fans shocked and the family even more divided. For years, viewers of Sister Wives have seen subtle digs, passive-aggressive comments, and moments of clear resentment between Christine and Meri. But behind the scenes, things appear to have been even more hostile. According to insiders, the biggest trigger for their disagreements has often been the kids. Christine, who is known to be fiercely protective of her children, especially after her split from Kody, has clashed with Meri on more than one occasion regarding boundaries, discipline, and involvement with the kids. The children, who grew up in the same household, were not immune to these tensions. Many of Christine's kids reportedly felt that Meri was too strict, distant, or even cold at times. In contrast, Christine tried to be the more open and approachable parent figure. This difference in parenting styles created constant friction. Christine felt Meri was overstepping or treating her kids unfairly, while Meri believed Christine was too lenient and didn't enforce enough discipline. Some of Christine's children have now spoken up about these conflicts, revealing details that fans never got to see on the show. One of Christine's daughters recalled moments where Meri's criticism left her feeling unwelcome or even unsafe in the family dynamic. These revelations have added fuel to the fire, painting Meri in a negative light and intensifying the debate among fans about her role in the family. Meri, on the other hand, has always struggled with her position within the plural marriage. After her divorce from Kody and the collapse of her once close bond with him, Meri seemed to retreat further from the family unit. But her frustrations often spilled over into her relationships with the other wives and their children. Christine, who had long felt unsupported by Kody, was unwilling to tolerate anyone, even Meri, making her kids feel unvalued. This set the stage for repeated arguments. The fights reportedly became especially ugly during family gatherings. On multiple occasions, Christine confronted Meri directly about the way she spoke to her children. What might have started as small disagreements escalated into shouting matches, leaving everyone uncomfortable. Other wives, including Janelle, were often caught in the middle, trying to de-escalate the situation but rarely succeeding. Robyn, meanwhile, largely stayed out of the disputes, though some believe her closeness with Kody only added to the resentment Christine and Meri felt toward one another. One major flashpoint came when some of Christine's kids accused Meri of favoritism. They claimed she treated certain children differently, often showing more kindness to those who aligned with her or supported her in conflicts. This deeply upset Christine, who has always prioritized unity among her kids and wanted them to feel equally loved and respected. When Christine brought this up, Meri allegedly dismissed the accusations, leading to another round of bitter arguments. The kids' voices in this ongoing drama have become increasingly powerful. Several of them have spoken publicly, describing how difficult it was to grow up in a home where not only the parents were divided but also the stepmothers were in constant conflict. Some children admitted that they avoided spending time at certain houses because of the atmosphere, while others tried to shield their younger siblings from the tension. These candid remarks have given fans a heartbreaking look into what life in the Brown household was really like behind the cameras. Christine's protective nature has always been clear on the show, and her children have expressed gratitude that she stood up for them, even when it meant clashing with Meri. One of her daughters explained that she always felt her mom had her back, no matter what, and that gave her the courage to speak out later on. In contrast, Meri has struggled to defend her actions. She insists that her intentions were never malicious, but the damage seems to have already been done. The public reaction to these revelations has been intense. Many fans have sided with Christine, praising her for speaking up and for creating a safe space for her children, especially after leaving Kody. Others, however, have defended Meri, arguing that she was under immense pressure in a toxic plural marriage and may have been unfairly portrayed. Regardless of where fans stand, it's clear that the fights between these two women have left a lasting impact on the family's children. Cody's role in all of this is another point of contention. Critics argue that he failed to step in and mediate the conflict between his wives, allowing the tension to fester and spill over into the children's lives. Some of the kids themselves have hinted that Cody often ignored the issues or downplayed them, preferring to avoid confrontation. This lack of leadership left Christine and Meri to hash out their differences on their own, often with disastrous results. As the show continues, viewers are getting glimpses of how these old wounds are still shaping the family's relationships. Christine has largely moved on, focusing on her new marriage to David Woolley and prioritizing her own happiness and her children's well-being. However, the lingering effects of her fights with Meri remain evident. The kids' willingness to speak out has shown that the scars from those battles run deep. For Meri, the fallout has been harder to recover from. Already isolated from the family after her split from Cody, she now faces additional scrutiny as more stories about her past conflicts come to light. The perception that she mistreated or alienated some of the children has hurt her reputation, and fans are questioning whether she will ever fully repair her image. The ugliness of these fights has revealed just how fractured the sister wives' family truly is. While the show originally promised a look at the unity and love within a plural marriage, the reality has been one of division, conflict, and pain. Christine and Meri's explosive arguments over the children highlight the deep flaws in the family dynamic and the ways in which the kids themselves were caught in the crossfire. Now, with the children speaking up more openly than ever before, the truth about what went on behind closed doors is coming into sharper focus. Their words carry weight, offering raw insight into the emotional toll of growing up in such a turbulent household. And as fans continue to dissect every revelation, it seems clear that the story of Christine and Meri's feud is far from over. The legacy of these fights will likely shape the way the Brown children move forward in their own lives. Many of them have already distanced themselves from polygamy, citing the dysfunction they witnessed growing up. Christine's decision to leave Cody and prioritize her kids may have been the breaking point, but the seeds of division were planted long before, during those explosive clashes with Meri. At the heart of it all, this isn't just a story about two women fighting, it's about the children who were affected.